This regular meeting of the Waco Independent School Board is hereby called to order. All items which may be discussed or voted upon this evening have been posted as required by state law. I really want to extend a warm welcome to everyone who is present and to our television viewers. The board's purpose is to set goals, listen to the reports of the superintendent, approve budgets, contracts, and personnel appointments, and to make policy for the district. We are not here to make management decisions or solve problems of individuals. Management is the responsibility of the superintendent and her staff. And I would just ask right now, if you have not already done so, if you could please turn your cell phones to silent. And we appreciate the time you've taken to join us and for your interest in Waco ISD. Esta Junta Regular de Waco ISD está convocada. Les extiendo un amable bienvenidos a todos los que están presentes y los que nos observan por televisión. También les quiero compartir que todas las conferencias están disponibles en la página de Waco ISD YouTube el lunes después de la conferencia. En esa página pueden escoger su idioma, así toda la información que fue discutida está disponible para todos. Por favor, apagar sus teléfonos y les agradecemos el tiempo que compartir con nosotros y su interés en Waco ISD. As the Waco ISD Board of Trustees, we are held to a set of ethical standards when we get on the board. One set of those ethical standards is trustworthiness in stewardship. So we as the Board of Trustees will be accountable to the public by representing district policies, programs, priorities, and progress accurately. We will be responsive to community by seeking its involvement in district affairs and by communicating its priorities and its concerns. We will work to ensure prudent and accountable use of district resources, and we will make no personal promise to take private action that may compromise performances, or our responsibilities. And do we have anyone signed up for public comment? Okay, thank you. Moving on to item number 3, moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. We're going to start off first with our moment of silence. So if you would bow your head with me as we take time for prayer, contemplation, reflection, and/or meditation. Thank you. Our pledge leaders.
Good evening, trustees. We're honored tonight to have Nathan Valdez from Crestview Elementary School leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance this evening.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, if the board would meet me in the front, please.
And thank you to our pledge leader tonight, Nathan Valdez. Nathan is in the 5th grade. His favorite subjects are reading, science, and math. He enjoys reading and playing football, basketball, and soccer. One day he hopes to become a football player or a gamer. A round of applause for Nathan. And thank you to Principal Nancy Alvarado for sharing her outstanding student with us tonight. We are so proud to have Nathan representing Crestview Elementary this evening. Thank you to our pledge leader this evening. Waco High and University High School students were selected to present a session at the upcoming TASB Governance Student Voice Conference in Galveston to school board members, district leaders, and their peers from across the state. Our students began working on their project in November. spending many after-school hours selecting their topic, researching it, and preparing their presentation. Ultimately, the students were selected and presented tech, teaching with electronics and its impact on cognitive horizons, discussing the benefits and the disadvantages of using technology as teaching tools. From more than 1,200 Texas public school districts, only 16 were selected to present at the conference. Congratulations to these students. From Waco High School, Jocelyn Austin. Isaiah Pullen. From University High School, Osmar Cazares Guillen. Luke Courtney. Also part of this team was Daisy Barco, who could not be with us tonight. She is in multiple activities, so she is at another event this evening. Waco High School Avid Site Coordinator Kylie Milliken and University High Lead Counselor LaRonda Clark guided these students through this process. And Mr. Joseph Alexander is the Waco High School principal, and Dr. Kanisha Johnson is the University High School principal. Now we're going to get a group photo. One of the things that Mrs. Milliken told us, we were doing a meet and greet with the media with these students because this is such a big honor, was she talked about how collaborative that these students were from both of these schools and how we truly were a united district. They came up with the topic, they developed it, Mrs. Clark and Mrs. Milliken facilitated, but this was completely student-driven, and we could not be more proud of these scholars tonight. Congratulations. We're now ready to recognize some of our high school student athletes who have excelled. Powerlifting offers high school students more than just physical strength. It builds mental toughness, confidence, and can even contribute to academic performance and a reduced risk of injury through proper training and discipline. This year, Waco ISD had 9 students who truly rose to the challenge, competing at the state powerlifting meet and representing their schools with strength, determination, and pride. Please join me in recognizing these outstanding student athletes for their hard work, dedication, and power they've shown, both on and off the platform. From Waco High School, Shania Smith. Now listen to these statistics. This tiny little thing competed in the 265-pound squat, 155-pound bench press, and 280-pound deadlift. And where you see one, you see the other. Also advancing to the state competition, Shanasha Smith. Shanasha was an alternate at the state competition, and we could not be more proud. And I will tell you, we did a special news story with these two and just some of the obstacles they've overcome in their lifetime. You would never know it to meet these two dynamic young ladies, but they are hard workers, and they say they push one another to always be their best. So a great team. We also have with us Lion Dwayne Simmons Jr. Now listen to these numbers. Dwayne competed in the 510-pound squat, 325-pound bench press, and 515-pound deadlift. Also advancing to state, but she could not be with us tonight, was Jennifer Martinez from Waco High. She competed in the 305-pound squat, 185-pound bench press, and 350-pound deadlift. So we're pleased to have Coach Ezra Martinez, head coach and athletic director at Waco High School, here with us this evening to support his student athletes. His leadership and commitment play a vital role in their development, both on and off the field. We also recognize Mr. Joseph Alexander, principal of Waco High School, for his ongoing support of student achievement in academics, athletics, and beyond. We're going to do a group photo, if y'all will quickly move in for us. And then after Mom gets her photo, we're going to ask y'all to wait at the side because we're going to do one big group photo at the end, okay? Congratulations to our Lions and Lady Lions. Also advancing to the state competition in powerlifting, please put your hands together for University High School Trojan, Olivia Thomas. Olivia competed in the 148-pound weight class. Sophia Gonzalez. Sophia competed in the 220-pound weight class. Dana Fuentes. Dana competed in the 242-pound weight class. And Braden Kelmo Harrison, 220-pound weight class. And Carlos Navarro in the super heavyweight class at the state competition. These outstanding student athletes are coached by teacher Jack LaRue, whose guidance and dedication have played a key role in their success. We also want to recognize UHS athletic coordinator and head coach Charles Foster, who's here with us tonight to support his students. And of course, Dr. Kanisha Johnson, the principal of University High School, for her continued support, both academically and athletically, of our students. Notice we see some Trojan softball shirts out there because they're in the playoffs tonight. First round. We wish them luck. Hope the field's not too wet. So. Hey, for my Smith twins and the young lady standing next, you all are not as tall as some of the others, so if you'll come in the front row so we can shrink this up. So we're going to bring you to the front row. And young lady in the gray, I'm going to bring you to the front row, please. Here you go. Dr. Spicer, you can move in too because you're about that size. Actually, I think you're exactly the same height. Congratulations to all of our powerlifters. And thank you to Athletic Director, Coach Ed Love, for also supporting all of our athletes. Each year, hundreds of students across Texas in grades 6 through 12 participate in the Texas History Day contest, encouraged by dedicated teachers and supportive families. The most outstanding projects advance to the state level competition, hosted by the Texas State Historical Association at the Bullock Museum and the University of Texas. This year, we're proud to share that we had 5 students from Waco ISD qualified for the state competition. Representing Lake Air Montessori students, we had 4 students advance to the state competition with a powerful performance titled The Radium Girls. These students wrote and performed a compelling piece about the young women who painted watch dials with radioactive paint in the early 20th century, unaware of the health risks that they faced. Their story continues to shape our understanding of workers' rights and occupational safety. Please help me in congratulating and joining with Eliza Smith, Grace Scott, Romina Dracos, Sierra Saldana, Their project was supported by the dedicated teachers at Lake Air Montessori School, and we're honored to have them and Principal Christy Yorman with us tonight. I think she's cutting the line. It starts right here, ma'am. We also have Tennyson Middle School student Caroline Taub, who competed at the State Texas History Fair with her research paper, Japanese American Internment, the Rights and Responsibilities of America During World War II. Her teacher is Leslie Segura, and the principal is Bradford McMillan. And if we could bring them all back for a group photo, please, that would be great. And I know Mrs. Miller was here. Okay, yes, I mentioned the teachers. Yes, please go through. Yes, thank you. And I believe I saw Paula Miller here. There she is. So we do thank Mrs. Miller for all of her support, because this is really supported heavily by the Advanced Academics Department, and Mrs. Miller heads that up. So we could not do it without her. So grateful for her support. And a round of applause to these outstanding students and educators who help bring their history projects to life. Congratulations. And now we're ready to move into our CTE Awards. We're proud to recognize the outstanding achievements of students from the Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy and Waco High School who recently competed at the State Skills USA contest. Representing Guama in the teen fabrication category are George Falcone, Alexander Varela, and Carlos Rodriguez. These students use their welding and fabrication skills to build a project using provided materials and blueprints, demonstrating proficiency in multiple welding and cutting processes, as well as in the use of standard workshop tools. Their work reflects the technical excellence for which Guama is known. Their instructor is Gustavo Vargas Laura, with the support of Guama coordinator Jennifer Harrell and Dean Dr. Dale McCall, who's here with us this evening. We're going to do a group photo, please. If you could move in, gentlemen. And if we could ask you all, Dr. McCall, just to wait at the side, we're going to do one big group photo at the end, please. We're now ready to recognize our Skills USA students from Waco High School. Anthony Moncrief competed in the automotive maintenance and light repair, a rigorous hands-on contest that evaluates readiness for employment and automotive service through both practical tasks and a written exam. Anthony earned a silver medal, a tremendous accomplishment and a testament to his skills and dedication. Also representing Waco High were 9 students who competed in the Automotive Service Technology Notebook Project category, which emphasizes documentation, diagnostics, and repair processes aligned with industry standards. Tonight, we have a student representing this group, Jaden Vaughn. All of these students were prepared and supported by Waco High Automotive Technology instructor Mark Penny and Milton Campos, whose guidance continues to drive student success. Please join me in congratulating these talented students and the educators who helped make their achievements possible. Congratulations. We're proud to recognize Waco High students Josiah Gonzalez and Chris Contreras, who advanced to the State Skills USA contest in 3D visualization and animation after earning a gold medal at the District 6 competition. This event challenges students to work in real-world 3D production settings, meeting tight deadlines, managing limited resources, and solving complex design problems. It's a rigorous team-based competition that also includes a written exam. We want to thank teacher Rath Luong for his guidance in preparing the students and Principal Joseph Alexander for his continued support of programs to give our students the opportunity to shine. Please join me in celebrating Josiah and Chris for their talent, teamwork, and success on the state stage. We'd also like to recognize our Career and Technology Education Executive Director, Lisa Saxenian, and we'd also like to recognize our Assistant Director, James Stewart, for their support of all of these programs. Thank you very much. Congratulations. We're proud to recognize University High School students who earned special recognition in the chemistry category at the Texas Science and Engineering Fair. This event goes far beyond creating a project. It's a comprehensive learning experience that builds critical thinking and problem-solving skills essential for any career. Our students showed remarkable dedication, curiosity, and academic excellence. Please join me in congratulating them. Christian Martinez. Osmar Cazares Guillen. We also have Kevin Gutierrez, who's a member of this team, but he is actually on a recruiting trip at the University of Michigan. They flew him down there, and so that is where he is today. So, special thanks to yes, thank you. Yes, I believe in our last school board meeting, we talked about lobbying at the Capitol, and Osmar was one of those lobbyists with us. So thank you very much. So we do want to say a special thank you to Tennyson Middle School librarian Leslie Cannon, who is here with us this evening, and teacher Zach Etheridge, who guided this project with these students. And also thank you to Larry Benton and Elizabeth Everett from McLennan Community College, who supported these students' research. Dr. Quenisha Johnson is the University High School principal. Congratulations to these outstanding students. This is another story for another school board recognition, but Mrs. Cannon has got an amazing grant with 3D printing, and her students are banging out designs and assistive devices, and just incredible. We've done several news stories on it, so Mrs. Cannon, you're commended for reaching out and making that happen. Congratulations. We are proud to share that 9 Waco ISD students advanced to the state contest in UIL theatrical design, a remarkable accomplishment that showcases both creativity and technical skill. To qualify, these students had to go beyond performance. They were challenged to design and create theatrical sets and costumes, apply makeup, style hair to fit the production's time period and tone, develop original artwork, and even craft marketing plans that included posters and programs for a specific play. Our Waco High students are not able to be with us tonight due to a competing event. We are excited to recognize our students from University High's Theater Arts program. We begin with Ayana Flores. Ayana advanced to the state competition in the category of costume design. Natalie Rodriguez advanced to the state competition in the category of hair and makeup. And University High Theater Arts Head Director and Technical Director Katie Davis instructs these students. Dr. Quenisha Johnson is the University High School principal. She thinks this is track and field. She's making another lap. We're going to take a group photo in the middle, please. Congratulations, ladies. Waco ISD is proud to celebrate a remarkable achievement this evening. Our very own Fine Arts Director, Larry Carpenter, has been named the Texas Educational Theater Association Administrator of the Year. This distinguished award honors educational leaders who go above and beyond in their support of theater education, leaders who demonstrate visionary thinking, effective program and school management, and deep commitment to advancing the arts in public education. Mr. Carpenter was selected for his ability to foster strong relationships, advocate for arts education at every level, and ensure the financial and operational health of our theater programs. His leadership has not only strengthened fine arts in Waco ISD, but has also made a lasting impact across the state of Texas. Please join me in congratulating Mr. Carpenter on this well-deserved recognition. It's a lot of hours when you're in this position because we have a huge fine arts program under Mr. Carpenter, and so he is constantly out, but he doesn't rest on his laurels. I understand that you will be the contest manager for the state UIL 1A play competition this year, not just in 5A, not just in 6A, but also 4A, and you're judging 2A, right? So it never stops. That's what you call loving your work. Congratulations, Mr. Carpenter. And tonight, we're proud to recognize O'Connell Robertson as the recipient of the TASB Stand Up for Public Education Award. It's Waco ISD's Community Partner of the Month for April. Joining us this evening to accept the award are Jarrett Sturzinger and Andrew Faust. O'Connell Robertson has proven to be an invaluable partner to Waco ISD, not only through their expertise in designing and helping bring to life our state-of-the-art facilities, but also through their unwavering support of our district in countless other ways. Their partnership extends beyond architecture. It is grounded in a genuine commitment to our students and staff and the broader school community, including HEB Celebrity Chef participants, Dr. Susan Kincannon, future educator scholarship donor, South Waco Makerspace dedication, Waco High Historic Advisory Committee engagement, Waco ISD Long Range Master Plan and Community Engagement, staff and students and staff tours of projects, GW Carver Middle School Historic Alumni Committee engagement, working with our high school advanced placement art students in creating art for GW Carver Middle School and compensating those students for their work in addition to guiding professional artists in the project. Thank you, O'Connell Robertson, for your continued support. We look forward to partnering with you on many future projects. Thank you. And that's all we have, ma'am.
Always a good time getting to give awards to not only staff, but to students. It always is one of my favorite parts of our board meeting. So moving on to item number 5, Superintendent's Report. Dr. Spicer.
Yes, ma'am, Madam President, thank you so much. This month, I have had the pleasure of attending our Waco High School and University High School Academic Achievers Recognition Ceremony. These special campus ceremonies honor our sophomores, our juniors, and our seniors who have maintained a 96.5 GPA or above and provide our seniors with a chance to pay tribute to a teacher who has made a difference in their lives. Both events were beautiful celebrations of our students, their families, and so many of our staff who support them. Thank you to our advanced academic staff and each campus team for facilitating such memorable evenings celebrating academic achievement in our schools, and a special thank you to Trustee Vidania, who attended both events as a proud board member, but also as a father. Our Waco community is invited this Saturday, April 26th, to join us in celebrating Alta Vista Elementary's incredible 115 years of service in our community. Principal Lindsay Helton has planned a very special event from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. There will be free, I'm gonna say it again, free, hot dogs, chips, cake, crafts, games, and music. Please come on out, walk the halls one more final time before that school closes. With our attendance boundaries, this week we have initiated communication to our families on the 2025-2026 transfer window, which includes the opportunity for families to apply who have been impacted by the new attendance boundaries, which were approved in last month's board meeting. The window will open on Monday, April 28th at 9 a.m. through Friday, May 9th at 5 p.m. Information has been made available on the website, and direct messages have been sent to families through our Parent Square communication. An update on our budget and our legislation. Just today, the Senate voted 19-12 to advance the House version of Senate Bill 2, the bill creating an education savings account or a school voucher. The bill now heads to the governor's desk. I have been asked to look into the future and forecast how this bill will impact public schools like ours, and honestly, I do not know. I don't think anybody honestly truly knows either. But what I do know and what I can say is that public schools need the legislature to take their constitutional duty to maintain a public free school system. The House did pass a more meaningful bill for school funding last week, but it still does not fully address the impacts districts like Waco ISD have seen from inflation. Our team continues to monitor the legislature and hope that both by the end of session on June 2nd, we will be able to share that both the House and the Senate, along with our governor, have made strides to ensure all public schools receive the necessary funding to meet the needs of every single student that we serve. Ms. Cheryl Davis will also be providing a budget update next May on the 15th. Academic accountability. Recent changes to the state's accountability system have created significant challenges for school districts across the state of Texas. In 2023, after the school year had already begun, the TEA, or Texas Education Agency, introduced substantial modifications to both the STAR test and the methodology for determining A through F accountability ratings, something that has never happened simultaneously in the history of Texas public education. These abrupt shifts left school leaders with little time or guidance to adjust, forcing districts to operate without a clear path forward. Adding to the complexity, TEA introduced artificial intelligence, some of us know it as AI, into the scoring process, raising further questions and concerns about the reliability and transparency of this year's outcomes. Critically, TEA did not communicate the final methods, measures, or procedures for evaluating schools until after the academic year was already underway. This delay meant schools had no opportunity to establish a meaningful baseline for student performance. It was as if our students and staff played a game. After everyone went home, TEA decided to change the rules. For example, in CCMR, which is College Career Military Readiness, the class of 2023 was being evaluated under new, more rigorous standards that were not provided to the district until 6 months after those students graduated. Historically, Texas has implemented a phase-in period when introducing new accountability measures. Why would we abandon that approach now, especially when introducing a redesigned test and new evaluation criteria? We urge the public to consider the full picture before drawing conclusions based solely on A through F ratings. These labels do not capture the heart of what our schools do every day to educate, to nurture, and to support our students. The STAR test is a single measure taken on a single day. It cannot and it should not be the sole lens through which we evaluate the success and value of Waco Independent School District. I want our community to hear my heart. I'm all for accountability. I believe it's necessary. However, I strongly believe that we must know the rules of the game before the game begins. I stand by the fact that our standard will be excellence in all that we do because we know that wisdom truly does work wonders and our kids deserve the absolute best. Now that we know the rules, at least until 2028, we know what work needs to be done to ensure that the high quality of education in Waco ISD is reflected in our state's system. Whether it's through curriculum adjustments and our CT pathways, this will be reflected in the important work our board is engaged in with our strategic planning. At this time, does the board have any questions or comments they want to make?
Oh, I do. Firmly support what Dr. Spicer said. We have been at the Capitol talking to legislators, talking to our state senator, and while we appreciate the things that they are doing to help our teachers, to help our district, to help with some funding that is desperately needed, one of the things that we had asked for is that public schools be fully funded. Our public schools in the state of Texas are not fully funded. The drop of this accountability rating, make no mistake that this was timed before the full vote for vouchers to go through. Let's not also forget, please, that the same groups who fought so hard to keep private schools exempt from the STAR test or from any public accountability measure are the same ones who are pushing an A through F accountability on public schools. The same groups. So if your neighborhood public school winds up with a low A, B, C, D, F score, say a C, D, or F score, you might wonder how your local private schools equate, but you won't find out because it is not made public. We need our schools fully funded. We needed our public schools fully funded before our legislature decided anything about ESAs or vouchers. They have a responsibility to provide public education. We are doing it as other school districts in this state are doing it on a shoestring. If that doesn't make you mad, I don't know what else will. But we need our public families to advocate, to call the Capitol, to demand that our legislators represent our needs, represent all our needs. So when you see the A through F accountability ratings go throughout the state, just as Dr. Spicer said, they changed the scoring mechanism during the summer after kids had already graduated. No school district knew that what the changes were. So it was like playing a football game and not knowing if the referee knew the rules to the game or he was maybe a basketball, softball referee, but was coaching and reffing football. We've got a problem. We are working hard for excellence. We do believe wisdom works wonders in this district. Please support our efforts. Contact your legislators and ask them, tell them, you are a voter. We need our public schools fully funded. Thank you.
I appreciate Trustee Patton's words. I'll just encourage everyone, it's okay to feel emotions. It's okay to feel upset. The main thing I would encourage everyone to do is vote, right? That's the main way to make sure your voice is heard. So definitely contact your legislators, visit, have those discussions. But ultimately, the best thing all of us can do is to make sure our voices are heard at the polls.
Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I think what you said, Dr. Spicer, is spot on. It's one test, it's one day. And it doesn't account for all the hard work that our campus administrators, our teachers, even our students are putting in every day. And so, two, I would just hope that as we move forward, now that we know the rules to the game, as we move forward, let's set our goals. Let's set our framework for these kids to make sure that they continue to be successful. Because I know they're being successful. It's just yeah, when they shift the rules to the game after you've already played what you thought was the game, it gets a little wonky. And so just again, really want to say thank you to our teachers, to our administrators, to everyone in the admin building who's worked hard, really, to help our students grow and achieve. And yeah, we're going to reset, shake it off, and we're going to keep going. So just, yeah, don't want you to lose heart. We'll, as a board of trustees, we see your work. We see the hard work that you guys are doing. So thank you for that.
Thank you, trustees. At this time, I do have the honor of introducing the new University High School head football coach, as this is going to be my final honor. So Coach Charles Foster joined University High School in August of 2023 as defensive coordinator, where he quickly earned the respect of athletes, staff, and the community. In a standout season for University High School football, the team achieved more than 7 wins, marking the first time in the program had reached this milestone since the 1995-1996 season. These Trojans also posted one of the most dramatic defensive turnarounds in Texas high school football. In 2023, University's defense ranked as the second most improved in the state across all classifications, allowing just 19 points per game. Y'all think I know something about football, right? A significant improvement for 2021, when the team allowed an average of 53.8 points per game. Over the past 13 years, Foster has coached across several districts, including Bryan, Copper's Cove, Galena Park, Navasota, Nacogdoches, and Belleville. His wide-ranging experience includes not only football, but also coaching in powerlifting, track, and basketball. In the classroom, he has served as a physical education teacher and taught technology, business, and accounting, bringing a holistic approach to supporting students academically and athletically. Foster was a standout football player as a student athlete at U of H, the University of Houston. He is also a proud son of a dedicated educator and a father. From what I have seen, Coach Foster brings an impressive blend of experience, vision, and heart to this position. He knows we are here to educate, and he's committed to the excellence in the classroom. His ability to connect with students and motivate teams has already made a difference at UHS, and we're excited to see how he continues to lead all of the campus's athletic programs into an even stronger future. At this time, please help me welcome Mr. Foster, Coach Foster, to the podium.
First of all, I'd just like to say thank y'all for inviting me out. It's pretty awesome. Thank y'all. I really appreciate it. Second of all, I would say it's an honor to be named head coach at university and also athletic campus coordinator. It's something I've been dreaming of since I was a young child. Second of all, I'd just like to say thank you. My family couldn't be here because we had a loss last week. They're going through the backgrounds and deals like that. So they're very supportive. I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank Dr. Spicer for the support. Also, Dr. Johnson for being awesome campus principal for us. I'd like to thank University High School for, being there for me throughout this whole process. It shows that the city of Waco and South Waco is truly special. I'd like to also thank the administration, WISD administration, the athletic offices too, with Mr. Love and Mr. Rodney Smith, not doctor, but no, it truly is an awesome experience. My goal is to continue to love, serve, and care. That's our core values to go by university. And I want to make sure that, these student athletes don't just excel on the field, but also, in the classroom, because the main goal is they're a student before they're athletes. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about bridging the gap between Waco High with Mr. Coach Martinez. So I'm excited about that. We're going to have a community pep rally. We're going to stand by. We're going to bring purple and red together. That's my main goal. And we've been talking about it. So we're going to have a community pep rally. We're going to have fireworks, DJ playing, and introduce all the sports. So that's what I'm really excited about. But I'm very thankful for this opportunity. It's a dream come true. And thank y'all. I'm excited.
Okay, moving on to, always exciting to see a new football coach, head football coach. Moving on to item number 6, information items and report. Mr. Grant, are there any questions on that item?
No.
Mr. Davis, any questions on that item?
No.
Mr. Vidania, any questions on that item?
No.
Mr. Guillory, any questions on that item?
No.
And Mr. Patton, any questions on that item?
No, ma'am.
Okay, moving on to consent agenda. Mr. Davis, so sorry, wrong person. Mr. Grant, is there anything you like pulled?
No.
Okay, Mr. Davis, anything you like pulled? Mr. Vidania?
No.
Mr. Guillory,
7E.
7E. Recuse. Okay, and Mr. Patton?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Hearing that, I will entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda as presented, except for 7E. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Any discussion, Mr. Grant?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Davis? Any discussion, Mr. Vidania?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Guillory?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Patton?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. On item 7E, I will entertain a motion for the bid award for maintenance supplies, equipment, and services.
I move.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Second by Mr. Patton. Is there any discussion, Mr. Grant?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Davis? No. Any discussion, Mr. Vidania?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Patton?
No, ma'am.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Passes unanimously with Mr. Guillory recusing. Moving on to item number 8, review, discuss Kendrick Elementary School construction project and occupancy plan. Mrs. Barrera, I'm so excited about this one. I look at it and then I go back and I look at it again. It's just amazing to see it come to fruition.
Well, good evening there, Madam President, Dr. Spicer, members of the board. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz out there about the Kendrick Elementary School, that's for sure. So we have an update for you on the progress and the next steps in the occupancy. And Jared Sturzinger and Andrew Faust are going to share the update, and then I'll give you a little bit more information on the occupancy process.
Fantastic.
Just the clicker.
Thank you all very much. Great to be here to talk a little bit more about this amazing school we're about to hand over to you all. So first we wanted to just start off with kind of a time lapse here. If you'll recall, back in January of '24 is when we first demoed out the old Kendrick and then kind of hit the races from there and started moving very quickly, as you can see, progressing through getting that foundation in and getting to where we are today. It's been a fun journey seeing our design come to fruition in this new building that we're really almost about through with. So we wanted to share a few photos. I know some of y'all have been out there fairly recently, and we're always glad to have you out here again to tour it, but this first slide shows you that main entrance. So you can see that iconic V column there, the library on the left, and you'll go under that canopy to go into the main entrance. The upper right photo shows you the courtyard that's adjacent to the front entrance there, right next to the library, a great outdoor learning opportunity. It has some planter boxes there, so the students can learn how to garden and learning all sorts of different things through this beautiful space. Out back here on the bottom right image is an outdoor learning environment as well, but also a larger space that can do outdoor pep rallies or larger, gatherings of the whole school potentially even, as that whole area just opens up to the back of the campus. Moving inside, that first large image on your left is just as you enter the school and you turn to your left, after getting through the secure vestibule, of course. You have a space for your rocking chairs there, which is a really great cultural part of the existing and the old campus that we brought into the new design. So they'll have the same rocking chairs and some new ones that we're going to add there as just a place for the students to kind of decompress or go there and just choose a good book and read. It's really adjacent to the library, which is right behind it there. The upper right kind of shows that front entrance from the cafeteria behind you. And then the bottom right is that kind of the inside of where that outdoor presentation area is, which is also our monumental stair. And it has those really cool windows with the stained glass that brings in all this filtered light and making that a really, really fun space. And kind of a central core of the school is right there as they're coming in and out, going up and down the stairs. They're going to pass by that every single day, multiple times. Moving on here, this gives you an image of the library. So that large areas where your library stacks are going to be. You have that huge window letting all that natural light in for reading. There's a presentation area. You can see the main desk there right in the center, so that librarian has eyes on every inch of the space. A key feature is right in the center there, the puppet stage, another very unique element to Kendrick. That was a request by the campus that we were able to actualize here, a space for the students to come in and do little puppet shows and have little presentations. So it's a really neat feature of the school. You can just see another angle of the library on the bottom right there. Here also is the new gym that we were able to include as part of the project. If you'll recall, it was an alternate at first when we weren't sure if budgets were going to fit, but we knew we really wanted to get it in, but thankfully BWCC has been a great construction partner. They were able to get this in budget, get all the alternates added into the project as well. And in addition to this, we kept the existing gym, if you'll recall, so that can function as an indoor recess space for days like today when we have crazy storms roll through Waco. But also we have the brand new gym as well. That's state of the line, everything you're going to need, restrooms right there attached, the office and storage. And then actually access to a secured fenced area out through those doors as well for some outdoor recess time when we have nicer days. Let's see. Okay, moving into some classroom neighborhoods. These images here kind of give you a picture of what a standard typical neighborhood is going to look like. All of them are fairly similar throughout the campus. You'll see classrooms kind of surrounding this area and a set of doors right at the entrance of one of these neighborhoods as your lockdown point. So you kind of have the secure pod for each different grade level. This one does have a collaboration space, that teal room in the kind of center there as a space for students to come and collaborate and hang out, as well as that widened hallway which can offer some collaboration space out inside the learning neighborhood pod as well. With the sink there for some light science opportunities as well. You have each neighborhood is branded with colors, so you can see the yellow one on the bottom, the teal one on the left. So that helps with wayfinding, so students know I'm in the teal neighborhood and they can make their way to their neighborhood. From there, I'm going to pass it back to Gloria.
Great. So we are 95% complete, and we are ahead of schedule and under budget. And so that pretty much checks all our boxes there. We got our first delivery of furniture on, gosh, it was last week, and I think by next Tuesday we'll have it all there, and we should be completed with all the furniture in early May. And we did receive our stocking TCO, obviously, or we couldn't have gone ahead with the furniture. On April 11th, we're aiming for our temporary certificate occupancy on May 22nd, and then the full occupancy permit will be once everything is 100% done, but we will still be able to fully occupy with a temporary certificate of occupancy. Teachers will be able to start working in their new school or start getting it ready on Saturday, May 17th. So, we will be ready for them then. Right now, the final key cores are being installed in the doors. We've got all this final work happening. Packing materials are being delivered to the Kendrick at Indian Springs on May 2nd. And then we have a first move of anything they can do without between that period of time and the end of the school year, so that we get a bunch of things moved over there and ready for them to get there on the 17th. And the second move will be May 23rd after school is over. The district technology installation is either ongoing or will start soon. There's some technology the district provides, but the contractor installs, and that's underway as well. So all in all, we're right on schedule, and right where we want to be, and we're very grateful that this project is ahead like this because it lets us get almost finished with Kendrick before we start Waco High School, which we start getting furniture there next Monday. So, any questions?
I am up here and just so incredibly thankful for the work. I'm like tearing up because I'm just so incredibly thankful for the work that you guys have done. And O'Connell Robertson, I would have never dreamed of such an amazing partnership with you guys in the ways that you have carried our district and our students and have created such a beautiful project and product from a puppet. I think of my own daughter and I'm like, she won't listen to me, but if you get puppets up there, she'll listen to that. She's like in. And just even that little clay, that little castle clay. I mean, that's what when we went to go visit these schools, we said, we want these campuses to be like a museum, like we want them to be interactive and for kids to love and want to come to school, and just so, so thankful. And I think you said my two favorite words: on time, under budget. And I just really, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to all this. I'm listening to the furniture. I'm listening that teachers can get moved in on the 17th. And I just am so thankful. I really am so thankful. This was a long process, and we're finally getting to the end stage of it. And I am so thankful just for the partnership. I'm so thankful for our administration and the work that you guys have done, and even O'Connell Robertson and all that you guys have done. And I'm just so excited. And the fact that teachers can start moving in on May 17th. I mean, as a former teacher, I'm like, that is a dream. So just so thankful. I am so thankful. So I'm up here crying because I'm so thankful.
They're coming back, right?
They better
All right,
come
okay.
back. I'm all
Well, before you leave, I gotta give you a hug, Jared. But no,
We're not-
okay, all right. I
At
was
the-
making
at
sure the way she
As-
was crying.
I know. I'm
They got to
just-
come back. We're going to come back in May, though. We have 2 more projects, y'all. So they'll be back.
yeah.
They'll be back next
All right,
month.
yeah.
South Waco and Waco High, but we're wrapping it up. So we're really close. Yes. So.
I appreciate you all.
You guys have done a great job, and your involvement with our district and our community is so commendable. So thank you for really becoming part of a family. That's awesome.
Well, thank you. We're excited. Really excited. Thank you. Okay. I have to clear my eyes so I can actually read here. I know, Keith is telling me, come on, pull it together stuff. Review, discuss, and, okay, we're gonna move on to item number 9, review, discuss, take appropriate action on Lone Star Program for Improvement of Mechanical Engineering and Plumbing, MEP systems at various campuses. Ms. Faretta, you are still the woman of the hour, you and Alex.
I got a team.
You got a team, of course.
In this next item, we're seeking the board's approval to continue the process of securing a low-interest loan through the State of Texas Lone Star Program. We've received preliminary acceptance on this proposal. Estes McClure Engineering and Alexander Villanueva will provide an overview of the process that we're going through and the next steps. And we would appreciate it if you could hold your questions to the end. It's kind of a technical process, and then they may get answered before we get to the end, but if they don't, we're happy to take your questions. Okay, Alex?
To the front, correct. Well, good evening, Dr. Spicer, members of the board. We're here to present the SECO loan program. Just like Ms. Beretta said, we do think that it's a great opportunity for the district, so we just want to present the benefits of it, what it really entails as far as the program. We're going to have, like we said, EMA is going to kick off the presentation, and then I'll jump in as we progress with the presentation.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, the board, Dr. Spicer. It's a privilege to be here. I've been working with EMA for 40 years and with Waco for over 30, so it's nice to be back. SECO loan program was started many years ago. It's a program funded by the state. It actually came out of oil Exxon's fund. Exxon did something wrong, state sued them, they got paid, and SECO has been using these funds since the 80s to fund school and public entities in energy management. This program is a Lone Star program. It's a revolving loan program. So somebody else has got your money right now, and they're paying it back, and as they pay it back, they can loan it to you. It's a maximum of $6 million loan. It's a 2.5% interest, which is a really good interest rate these days. So overall, the loans is a simple payback based on energy savings. It's up to 15 years, and the payback will be structured in a way that you get positive cash flow from the energy savings. Some of the typical projects we see are energy efficient lighting systems, LED lightings, which are most familiar with, efficiency HVAC systems. We're going to be looking at chillers and stuff, energy and water systems, building shell improvements. You're going to see some of that on your buildings, and whole buildings commissioning, which is basically taking your building and optimizing it back to the way it was designed to operate. There's the process. We've already started the pre-process. That was the application process in which we've been through with SECO. We did a preliminary energy audit, submitted it to them along with your application, and they've approved you for the loan. Now we have 140 days from that date to finish what they call a UAR, which is a more detailed energy report. So once we get that completed, we'll move into the third-party review of that process. All through this whole process, SECO uses third-party engineers that they pay to review everything that's done. Once that's done, you'll get SECO approval, then come back to you for final approval to move into the implementation phase. Energy savings, this is what's from the preliminary energy report. These are preliminary numbers, just like it says. These are the numbers we come up that we submitted. So basically right now you're looking at a loan of $5.5 million with a payback of 9.82 years. As we crunch numbers, those numbers will change a little bit, but the final loan will be structured in such a way that you have positive cash flow. That's the way SECO structured it. They do not want it to be a burden to you.
So the next graphic is really the cost and the actual utilities for the district. This is taken from the reports that we have to include in our website. This is taking in consideration the year 23-24. We also recently implemented a new software that's going to be actually already in place. So we're breaking down the cost for the invoices, looking at all the details, making sure that the actual invoice is correct, making sure that the either charges that might be in there that we can come back and just get a resolution to them and just lower them are also included in there. Also keeps track of the consumption, including also how the weather affects that as well. So we're keeping track of all the utilities throughout the district, not only electrical, natural gas, but also water as well. The next graphic is the scope of work or schools that are going to be included in that proposed loan. Dean Highland is included in there, HVAC replacement, which is, we're targeting the chillers the same way with Cedar Ridge. Parkdale is a full replacement of our RTU units that we have there. They're over 20 years, so we have to replace them. We also have HVAC optimization. The optimization is more dedicated into, we have controls in all our schools. This is really to basically tie in those components into the replacements of the units. We're also targeting, if you can see down the line, there's the administration building is a chiller, UHS, Bells Hill, J. Chines, the same. So we're doing sort of a retro commissioning in those systems to make them more efficient, and by thus, basically creating more less energy consumption because it's working more efficiently. Also, we're targeting interior lighting retrofit. If you can see, those campuses are the newer one, with the exception of Cesar Chavez. We did invest money and we did invest time on retrofitting the other campuses that we have throughout the district with LED lighting. So that has been already done. We still have these campuses to be completed into that package. That includes also exterior lighting for the sports complex. It's also the exterior lighting for the football stadium. This is not only LED lighting, but it's also lighting that's going to improve the actual experience on the field. The lighting that we have right now, it's pretty vintage. Then we have the power factor correction, smart valve. That's what we call our old schools. We call them vintage. Then we have the window film installation. This is going to serve as a dual purpose. It also serves as security. It's a shattered-proof type of window film, but also helps with the energy, reducing the temperature inside the building.
Okay, once we get through the study process, the state approves it, y'all will get to come back and say, yes, we're gonna commit to doing this. And then we'll start in the design phase of it, the engineering phase of it. And again, all through this phase, there's a third-party engineer paid for by the state that reviews everything we do through the process. Once we get the plans bid, we'll do through a bidding process as y'all instruct us to do. We can use whatever method y'all want to use. Again, through the construction process, we go through the whole review process with the state again. We close out, we do our verification on everything's done. Then we have about 60 days in which everything is wrapped up. The state commits you with the loan documents. The final process is over. So here's our estimated timeline. UAR has to be done within 140 days of a couple of days ago when we got the approval. So we're looking at July, finishing the UAR and submitting it. We're giving the state 4 months to do their review, negotiate contracts, get all that part done. We're allowing 18 months, more or less, for the construction process. We're actually taking it through 2 summers. I don't know if y'all have heard about supply chain issues. So we hope we can do it quicker than this, but to be sure we can get through any oopses we have on getting equipment and everything, we're taking it to August 2027, which will put y'all's loan finalizing around October 2027. So, key success factors. 1, this program's been around a long time. I've worked on this program for 20 years. It's been around a long time. SECO's been around a long time. They know how to administer this program. The whole process has third-party review in it, and that's SECO furnished third-party review. We'll have monthly meetings. We'll stay with your staff. We'll keep everybody advised of what's going on. It's a one-source funding, so you're not going out and getting pieces and parts. It all comes together. An experienced team. We've done this. We've done it many times. Your staff has been working on it about 3 years now, so they're very familiar with it. And the SECO people are very good to work with, and they've been around for a long time. So, Alex?
So we're open to any questions that you might have.
Oh. Can you speak on the third-party review and the process there? What is the third-party review piece that you were speaking on?
Third party.
The third-party review?
Yeah.
SECO has engineers on staff. We used to be one of them. We don't have that contract anymore. They have they have 2 or 3 engineers on staff or contract companies they contract out to that comes in and does those reviews. That answers.
They'll review the calculations and the projections and the plan to make sure that
Make sure it all fits.
that they agree that it's valid and it's workable.
Okay.
They validate it.
I think your first slide said that our annual gas and electrical bill is 2.9 million, is that correct?
I believe so.
Any idea if everything is optimized, how that will be affected? Well, are we looking at a 5% savings, a 2% savings, a I know we're going to be able to pay it back quicker.
Now we're projected at about a little over $500,000 in savings a year.
A year. That's what I thought. I saw that number. I was hoping that was per year, not through the repayment. Wow.
I had another question. It's actually for Cheryl.
Behind the post.
You're the keeper of the books, and I want to know, how did we do this in the past? How did we fund these types of projects in the past? Is this pretty normal as far as operating?
Basically, we have not gone through one of these loan programs. We basically have funded it through the fund balance.
Okay.
But as we have talked about, we don't really have funding available to do those kinds of projects at this point in time.
Have you reviewed this and looked at the impact?
No, I have not. SECO does have a very good reputation and has been in business for a long time. I would be much more hesitant. There are private businesses out there that want to do this sort of thing, but because of the safeguards, I think with the SECO program and having that extra review, I'm much more comfortable with it.
So you're comfortable with it?
I said more comfortable with it, not necessarily numbers. But yes,
Debt averse.
you know, I'm a finance person, so I'm always a little conservative at that.
Yeah, so am I.
Could I get some explanation, please? This is not in my wheelhouse. When we're talking about HVAC optimization, can one of you explain to me what that means in Jim Patton terms?
Well, so right now, all our HVAC equipment is remotely controlled. So we're looking at how the system behaves, the amount of, for instance, if we're having a cold day, right, we're looking at the system. So we have this, that it's called free cooling. So instead of just kicking off the units and, let's say, cooling the building, what we do is we open valves from the outside side, we bring outside air, and we start cooling the building that way, which is called free cooling because we're not using the systems, right? So the controls gives us all that sort of tools to really be more efficient with the system. Also tracking the system, making sure that it's working correctly, that the temperatures are set where they need to set, that the equipment is not running, full forced. So that's really what this type of system does. Also for our chillers, there's a lot of things that it does on its own because of the programming. So there is less human or staff that has to be dedicated at opening valves, closing valves. The system basically does everything automated, but it has to be tracked if it makes sense.
So will individual schools have control of their temperature?
Right now, we have in every school and every location.
So like after, late night PTAs or pancake suppers or enchilada dinners, schools have control of the temperature.
Not schools. So we have a process in place. So whenever they're having after-school events, they send in a work order with the event, with the time frames that they want the HVAC to be kicked on, not kicked on, but left in occupied mode. So we give them that option of submitting the work orders. Doesn't mean that if we don't get a work order, let's say that there's an event, typically we get a phone call, hey, I thought we put in the work order, we did not put it in, can we have the AC? So we can remotely access the system and turn on the, put that in a comfortable temperature for the event.
So leading all this, Ms. Barrera, my question is, with future plans for Indian Spring Middle School, we're doing these updates on this school that we are unsure that it's going to be occupied. Are we doing that in case something happens, or are we just doing it to I'm confused on that, and you know where I'm going with this.
Yes.
I'm confused why we would sink in money to a school that we know is going to be empty, at least, if not other things as well.
Yes, so this is a long process, and when we started this process, we had it in there because it was a long time ago, and this was before all these other recent developments.
Yes, ma'am.
And at this point, we left it in the presentation today, and we're going to continue. But as we get closer to decision time, that's when that may or may not be included.
Okay.
But
So
the
that,
way-
then that would decrease the amount of the loan, or would that
Well,
money go to some other school for something like film
We
installation?
may have to find another school that we can add in and do some work there. We don't know that yet, though.
Okay.
Because the calculation is based on payback. So you have to look at, there's certain things that pay back faster than others, right? So,
I don't understand what you're saying.
okay, so as we
Sorry.
we don't pay this much in utility cost, right?
Yes,
We're
ma'am.
only paying this much. Okay. If we do something that reduces the amount of, reduces a reduction, does that make sense? If it reduces that, then we have less to spend, right? So we have to balance it. So that's why these projects are all in here this way.
I see.
You see, so
And-
it's not, we can't just take it out. It will have an impact if we take it out. So we have to figure out what that impact is, and maybe there's some other way we can do something else.
So we are not locked in stone for this spreadsheet that you showed per school. There is that flexibility should something change, especially like with Indian Spring, correct?
Yes. I mean, not for a long term, but
No,
for the
no,
short
ma'am.
term, before we
Certainly.
get to the final agreement, yes.
And you said that this is repaying, Ms. Davis, someone over 9 years?
Yeah, 9.8 right now is the calculation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for this presentation. And I look at the 2.5% and I think, wow, that's great. And I think Ms. Davis hit the nail on the head. We don't have extra money laying around for these kind of optimizations and energy savings cost. And, you know, I think we bought our house when it was vacant, and they ran the air conditioning in there because they didn't want it to deteriorate, because if the house gets hot and cold, the humidity, all this, it deteriorates. So I do know that I would assume the same, although Indian Spring feels a bit in limbo right now as to how we're going to utilize that campus. I would think we'd probably still have to run some HVAC and continue to do some upkeep with that in the interim time. So I really want to thank your team. I do love the third party, what Mr. Guillory said, the third party kind of laying eyes on this is always a great kind of security blanket in all this, and making sure that we really are kind of dotting our i's and crossing our t's and making sure that we're doing kind of the cost-effective thing for these campuses. So thank you. Yeah, Mr.
Real
Grant.
quick, I think a key to this that we need to hone in on is that we're not doing this so that schools are colder. We're not doing it, those are kind of perks. We're doing this to save money and be more efficient. And so in the long run, our utilities and other things are going to come down just as our repayment goes down. So if the third-party calculation is correct, then this is a wash, and we have more efficient facilities that will then, when it's repaid, save us $500,000 a year that we're not repaying when it's done. So yes, we will have better systems. We will have windows with film. We will have lots of wonderful improvements, but the reason that we're doing this is to be more efficient financially. And so we will get the bang for less buck is the amazing part. We will have better schools that cost less.
Yeah.
And so it's not just making them colder or safer. Those are wonderful things. They will also be less expensive to maintain.
Oh, yes, Ms. Davis, you're coming back. Of course, please.
One of the things that I do want to say is, this is a loan, but we have done some projects similar to this also through bond money or leftover bond money. There are bills in front of the legislature this session that would make it very, very difficult for a district to do that with leftover bond money, or to do any kind of deferred maintenance with bond money. So that avenue may no longer be available to us for these kinds of projects. So I think this is probably a good time to do something like this.
Thank you, Ms. Davis. Okay. The voice of hope. Yeah. Kind of tongue in cheek on that one. Okay, so hearing that, I will entertain a motion to.
I entertain a motion to approve to proceed with the SECO Lone Star program to improve the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing systems across multiple campuses, energy efficiency, sustainability, and long-term cost reduction.
I love that, Mr. Guillory. Very clear, very concise. Thank you, Mr. Guillory. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Davis. Any more discussion, Mr. Grant?
No.
Any more discussion, Mr. Davis?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Vidania?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Guillory?
No.
Any discussion, Mr. Patton?
No, ma'am.
Okay, hearing none, I will entertain a motion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes unanimously. Thank you so much for all of your hard work. Okay, moving on to item number 10. That's mine. Review and discuss report on board member continuing education credit. Let me pull up my little thing here. It says, I, as a board president, am required to announce the names of each member who, as of that member's anniversary of the election or the appointment of the board, has completed the required continuing education, has exceeded their required continuing education, and is deficient in meeting the required continuing education. I'm also required to announce that the completing of the required continuing education is a basic obligation and expectation of any sitting board member under the State Board of Education rule. Waco ISD board members, Stephanie Cordaway, Jose Vidania, Jeremy Davis, Keith Guillory, Angelo Ochoa, and Jim Patton have all completed and exceeded their required continuing education. Jonathan Grant has not met the required continuing education requirements. However, he will no longer be serving on the board after the May election, so he decided not to do them. Yeah, so thank you so much. Yeah, thank you guys for getting all of that in. Really appreciate you taking time out of your day to do all these required continuing education courses and not getting paid for it. Thank you. Dr. Spicer, announcements.
Getting an update from Waco ISD Stadium right now about softball. So we're currently in the softball playoff game 1 at Waco ISD Stadium. According to Coach Foster, at 7:29, we hit a home run, and so we are now at 2-3, down just 1
Okay.
in the bottom of the 3rd. So keep going, Lady Trojans. After tonight's game, Lady Trojans will be on the road in a 2 out of 3 series with Game 2 Friday at Midlothian Heritage at 5 p.m. If needed, the Game 3 will be 30 minutes after the ending of Game 2. So let's go, Lady Trojans. Pre-K Roundup. This Saturday, the fun and excitement of our annual Pre-K Roundup takes over the Waco ISD Stadium parking lot from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you know any families who will have a 4-year-old by September 1, please encourage them to attend. It's a really, really great fun event that brings out all departments to get families excited about that early childhood opportunity. For those who can't attend or have questions, our early childhood team will be operating their pre-K hotline. That number is on social media, on our website, and I'll say it here, 254-799-0035. We talked about voting, Trustee Davis. Early voting started Tuesday and continues through April 29th for the May 3rd election. During early voting, registered voters may vote at any of the 4 early voting sites, and on Election Day, registered voters may vote at any of the county's vote centers. More information is available on our website at wacoisd.org/elections. May 14th, there will be a brief meeting at 1:30 to canvass our election results. And then the next regular meeting is the following day, May 15th. We are entering the time of year where we are preparing through our HR department to celebrate and recognize a lot of staff, along with some other special traditions. This week, you should have received information in an email about an exciting annual tradition that our Waco ISD Education Foundation conducts and spreads cheer across the district, please let us know if you need any more information to be able to join in that opportunity. Our Waco ISD Outstanding Teacher of the Year event this year will be an evening reception at the Lee Lockwood Library on May 8th, and our breakfast honoring retirees for their service is later next month on May 20th at 9 a.m. at the AC Hotel. We're changing it up a little bit this year.
Wow.
And while we're talking about individuals worthy of celebration and recognition, and this does not bring me much joy to recognize Trustee Jonathan Grant as his last official meeting here sitting on the board. Through his 3 years on the board, Mr. Grant has embodied servant leadership, and his wisdom and heart and commitment to our community has meant so much to so many of us. If you have had the chance to hear his wisdom like he just shared right now, putting into perspective that really complicated presentation, for any of the other moments that he's brought us all together with his words or his kindness or his heart for the service, we appreciate you, Mr. Grant, and I think other folks have some words they want to share.
Well, I would like to take this time to say thank you for being a part of the process and choosing me to serve here. I'm honored to serve. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your belief in me. And thank you for just ensuring that we are set up to be successful. Although you're stepping off the board, I do believe that you're still going to be a valued part of this team, this community, and the work that we get to do. So thank you for being a part of my foundation here in Waco ISD in Waco, Texas.
That's great.
I've known Trustee Grant for a number of years, and I have come, as my time on the board with Jonathan, I've come to have a deeper understanding of how his mind and his motivations lead him forward. He has a heart for people. He has a heart for our district and has a strong desire to see Waco as a city to be more productive and to continue to grow and be successful. I will miss the business aspect that Jonathan brings to our board. His understanding of construction has been so reliable when we have discussions about our new buildings or project costs. And like you said tonight, he put in perspective something that I was not understanding. And for that, I appreciate and am grateful for the leadership that you have shown on our board, and you will be missed.
The same thing. Just want to say thank you for the 3 years you gave us. And watching football with you, watching your son play was exciting. Even though you were on the sideline a lot of times with your son, it's a great. We've had some good times. Learned a lot from you, and you're a good person. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to be long. We have another meeting after this one, but
Not till 8 o'clock.
and I don't
though.
want to hold you up because I can tell you're ready to go. But man, hey, good luck in your future endeavors. I know you in the real estate world, and I wish you well.
Yeah, same. I'll keep it brief, but good luck with your next steps. I appreciate you for giving your heart to the community. So just look forward to how you'll continue to better the Waco community after this.
Well, I'm not going to keep it brief. I am so deeply thankful for you, Jonathan. I think just being on this board, we don't always see eye to eye, but we always get through it. And I think I really value that about you and how you approach things. I really value your perspective. And, you're kind of, I think Elizabeth said it well when she said that you have this way of wordsmithing things to make a point very clear, concise, and I think that ability to communicate that way is really a gift. And so I'm just so thankful for your service on this board. I also think you're large in stature and tall, but you really are, people said right here, your heart. You really are just big, huge softy inside who cares for people and really does love people. And so I'm so thankful I got to see that. And I agree with Jose. I love watching sports games with you. Oh my gosh, you just take it up like another level. In football, watching you on the sidelines with your son, getting the booster club started again for not only for your son, but for the kids their Waco High football. I just really admire that passion and that desire to not only just help your family, but really help a community. And so I'm just so thankful, and I can't wait to see all the great things that you continue to do. And I look forward to your leadership, your continued leadership in this community. So thankful for you, Grant.
We do have a little something for you from the trustees and from leadership team as well, too.
Thank you. Just really briefly, thank you. You don't run for this role for the glamour or for the pay. I wish I'd have known that. I'll say to all of you, this is hard work. This board does really hard work. We hear the hard parts of what's happening in the district, and we hear a lot of the great parts that's happening in the district. And the job is to find a way to move forward in a way that is best for the students of this district. And you have a board all the way across that's committed to doing that. We're very different. We come from very different perspectives. Everybody on this dais is 100% invested in making Waco ISD a better place, and I'm grateful for that. I am an ardent supporter of public education, but I'm also an ardent supporter of diverse public education. I grew up in San Antonio Independent School District, much like Waco ISD. We kept our children in Waco ISD specifically so that they could live in a world that is much like the world that they will enter when they graduate. And we found it, and they're thriving. They are out. But to the teachers, principals, administrators, I am so grateful for you. I really am. The work you do is harder than the work I do. And you keep doing it. The state is making it harder and harder for you to keep doing it. And I'm sorry for that. I am going to always, I like to fight. I love to fight. And I'm going out. We don't have leadership in place right now that's supporting you. And I'm sorry about that. I am going to fight like heck to change that. But I'm here. My skill sets are still the same and will be, and if I can be of help, I'm here. So thank you so much. I'm honored. I'm also tired, so I'm delighted to have served these 3 years. Thank you.
I can't really top any of that, but Mr. Patton let me know I forgot something that's happening tomorrow night, an evening of jazz. Not something anyone would want to miss, featuring performances by Tennyson Middle School, University High School, and Waco High School. A great opportunity to see the incredible fine arts program on display, and it will be at Tennyson Middle School at 6 p.m. Enjoy. Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. Okay, at 7:40, we will be adjourned.